Land Punch. So I finally met... Oh, look at that. He's done. Land Punch done. And we passed the Wall of Fire into Diamond 3. Solid Diamond. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because we are playing tonight, Selesnya. Okay? And if you think I said that weird, if you said, Jay, you said Selesnya weird. It's actually Selesnyan, because we're doing it, guys. This is going to be the Selesnya cat deck. Yes, and I'm very proud of that pun that I wake, so you're going to hear it a lot tonight. This is going to be the Selesnya counters with a smattering, a splish splash of tokens in here. Selesnya counters just overrun deck, just an absolute banger. Kind of quick, kind of powerful. It rocketed me up Diamond when I was kind of stuck. We actually got to Diamond 2 with it. Could even make a run on Mythic with it. I don't know. But either way, it's very powerful, and I think you'll enjoy it. Before we get down to what it does and everything that goes into it, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, well, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously claw you for not liking and subscribing to the channel. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch, or you can hit that bell, and we do go live on YouTube as well. We stream on YouTube as well, and that'd be fantastic too if you wanted to join us there so you don't miss any stream. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information. Post your decks, ask questions, talk to me directly. It's all right there in Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are available down below on my AetherHub, in case you want to get a copy for yourself of all this good cattiness right here. Of all this counters cattiness. What are we talking about when we go into this Selesnyan? Enduring Bond Warden. I've never played this card, but she has a kind of a unicorn jackalope on there. I don't know what she's doing with that thing. And some melodramatic flavor text. 1 white mana, 0/1, backup 1. Whenever this creature dies, you put counters on target creature you control. So the thing about backup is it puts a 1/1 counter and they get the listed ability under where it says backup. So you can actually give 1/1 to somebody else, and if that creature dies, all of the counters that you put that you just did for backup that one turn, it gains that ability. So if you do it on like a big creature, swing in, the big creature dies, that big creature's all their counters transfer to somebody else. And any counters you load up on her, specifically on the Enduring Bond Warden, will also transfer to somebody else as well. Hopeful Initiate. This guy has been good since he came out. I'm going to be honest. The Hopeful Initiate Human Warlock has been fantastic since probably, I remember him in VoW being meta, which is amazing. The old Boros decks that used to be meta. Can you believe Boros used to be meta? It's true. 1 white, 1/2 training, which means whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, it basically gets trained and it gets a 1/1 counter. You can remove 2 1/1 counters on it to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. Very useful in this current meta where artifacts and enchantments are a big deal. Artifacts mostly for Ixalan, and of course Eldraine enchantments are a big thing. Now we have the removal package. What do we have for the strike package, guys? Destroy Evil and Fateful Absence, okay? I loaded up more on Destroy Evil because Selesnya enchantments are rocking right now. They're like 25% of the meta, 20 to 25% of the meta. I hate them, and I want them all to be destroyed, so that's why we're going to destroy Evil. We can destroy Sheldred with this, big creatures, big monsters, whatever we need to do. It goes after those dinos, and it goes after those pesky enchantments. Fateful Absence is another great way of hitting removal. 1 white and 1, destroy target creature or planeswalker its controller. Investigates. Investigate gives you a clue token that you can draw a card. I feel like this is a better choice. People are going to go, why not Get Lost? It's in the sideboard, guys. If you want to do Get Lost, yeah, it does all of that. But I've had those map tokens backfire on me. I've had people use those map tokens to great advantage and get card draws that they normally shouldn't have had, and kind of, like I said, backfire on me. So this does do it all, and I know people in the comments, I know you're already typing fast at me in the comments, Jay, why didn't you put Get Lost in it? Get Lost is so much better because it does so much. I'm dubious on giving my opponent 2 map tokens, especially with the artifact sacrifice decks that we have, and it's an artifact that they can use. We also have a bonus one of Kutzil's Flanker, but we'll talk about him. Ironpaw Aspirant. Here's where the cats come. Look at this Jaguar Warrior right here, which was a real thing that I believe the Inca had. They had Jaguar, not Jaguar. Aztecs had Jaguar Warriors. They weren't actual cat people. They just wore Jaguar skins. Wore 1 white and 1/1/2. When Ironpaw Aspirant enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Again, great way to put 1/1 counters on, and we start building it up. Pretty solid card right there, and it's common. Gaia's Gift. Now you're going to say, also, you're going to type fast to me, and you're going to say, Jay, why not Tamiyo's? Okay. I'll tell you why not Tamiyo's. We'll throw one in the sideboard for you. Gaia's Gift is 1 more, isn't an instant, but it puts a 1/1 counter on somebody. They get Reach, Trample, Hexproof, and Indestructible. That is a way bigger package than just Indestructible and Hexproof and 2 life. I know that's cheaper, but man, that's a lot. Especially when we're dealing with a counters deck where we're going to have counter combos. This can be a game changer, literal game changer, when you put a 1/1 counter and give somebody Trample. So I like to do that one and just leave the extra mana open in case I need Gaia's Gift right there. And it's a common too, same thing as Tamiyo's. Ozolith, you know, if we're doing counters, we got my man Ozolith here. We got the Ozolith. I don't know what it is. I know the Ozolith is sentient, but I don't know what it actually is. 1 green and 1 legendary artifact. If 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on an artifact creature you control, that many plus 1/1 counters are put on it instead. So if 2 would go on, it gets. If 2 were to go on, it gets 3. If 1 will go on, it gets 2. That way, everything that's getting enchantments here goes up by 1. Then you can tap it, pay 1 green and 1, put a counter on artifact or creature you control, activate as sorcery. And I love that any enchantment, if I have a duplicate of it, guess what? We can just cycle it out, get rid of it, and get something else. Botanical Brawler. He is literally going to be our workhorse here. He is a callback to that centaur. I can't remember what that centaur is called, but there was a Selesnya centaur that's in the same pose that basically does this similar. He's an elemental warrior. 1 green and 1 white, 0/0 trample. When Botanical Brawler enters the battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. Ozolith, guess what? He enters with 3. When 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on another permanent you control, if it's the first time counters have been put on that permanent, put a 1/1 counter Elemental Brawler. So you play Botanical Brawler right here, then you put out Enduring Bond Warden and an Ironpaw. Guess what? You put a 1/1 counter, he gets 1/1 counter. You put another 1/1 counter, he gets a 1/1 counter. It is great combo plays. You never really need to put counters on him because he gets a bonus 1 from pretty much everyone else. It's really fantastic there. I really like that. And again, as a trampler who's just going to get huge because the more we're building up, he's literally going to be the workhorse. Kutzil's Flanker. We throw one of these in here as a flash guy. We have another one in the sideboard, as I talked about. He is working for Kutzil, who is the Malamet exemplar. Kutzil's nice. 1 white and 2 flash, 3/1. When Kutzil's Flanker enters the battlefield, choose 1, put a 1/1 counter on Kutzil's Flanker for each creature that left the battlefield, or we gain 2 life and scry, or we exile target's graveyard. So exiling a target's graveyard at instant speed is great for those reanimator decks who think that they're going to do nothing but play removal and board wipes until the graveyard is so full that they can play 10 Phyrexians, Portal Phyrexia in a row. Boom, we shut that down right there. Or we can put a 1/1 counter on him for each one that lost. That's great after an attack. After we do a big attack and we lost a lot of creatures, we can come in and he gets a 1/1 for each thing that we come in, and he won't have Summoning Sickness the next time. Or we can put him at the end of our opponent's turn. He can come in right away without Summoning Sickness. Even if we did a nice defense and we lost a lot of creatures from defense, he comes in, he is loaded up with 1/1 counters, and then he swings. Great stuff. Or we can scry and gain a little bit of life. So he's a pretty useful card, situationally useful, not as useful as the other ones so much. Kutzil, Malamet exemplar. He is an uncommon, or she, I don't know. It's hard to tell with these cats. Malamet exemplar, 1 white, 1 green, and 1. Your opponent can cast spells during your turn. Sorry, blue. That is the shutdown. That is a shutdown right there. Blue wants to play. Blue doesn't get to play. Blue does not get to play here. Targeted removal on my turn. Counter spells? No. Burn spells? No. They cannot cast spells when I am casting spells. We shut that down. 3/3 Cat Warrior. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control with power greater than its base power deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So this is our 3-drop that's going to help draw cards. Anytime that anything that has 1 more, even 1 point more than its normal power and toughness, or normal power rather, we're going to draw a card. So if that's a 3/3, anytime Botanical Warrior, it's naturally a 0/0. Guess what? That was printed on the card 0/0. It comes in with 2. If it does damage, you draw a card. Iron Paw, you put him as a 1/3. A 2/3. Draw a card. Enduring Bow Warden, it's a little bit more. Draw a card. So anytime that anybody's hitting for more than their base power and toughness, you get a card, which is very useful. So one or more creatures does that, you get that. Torrent, Fist of the Angels, right here. He is a unique choice. He's not a cat. He's a human. He's a human cleric, and he is the Fist of the Angels. Namely, what's her name? The Swan Lady. I can't remember her name's going blank right now. 1 white, 1 green, and 1/2/2 training. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human creature token, human soldier token with training. What does training do? Well, if something with bigger power or toughness attacks, or rather, greater power, not toughness, greater power attacks, they get a 1/1 counter. Guess what? Anytime we attack, a bunch of creatures are going to get 1/1 counters. What happens when creatures get 1/1 counters? Botanical Brawler gets 1/1 counters. Everything is connected right there. Very useful. The more creatures you spell, the more tokens you get out. With a lot of cheap creatures to play in the early game, it's very useful. It's very, very useful to generate that many extra creatures. Our biggest guy right here is Sovereign Okinec Ahwao. I gotta learn how to say that. He is awesome. Now that is a dude right there. That dude jacked, and he has a lion's mane. 1 white, 1 green, 2, 3/4 Cat Noble Mythic Rare. Ward 2, always useful. Whenever Sovereign Okinec attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, put 1/1 counters on that creature equal to the difference. So that's a lot to break down right there. Whenever he attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than that creature's base power, okay, you put a number on the difference. So the bigger it is, the bigger it goes. That's the best way that I can say it. The bigger the difference is, the bigger that they're going to get. The more and more cats come out, the more and more powerful they get. You kind of have to see it in action, and you will. Things get ridiculous. We're talking like 20 creatures swinging out there. Really good stuff there. So great Cat Noble right there. Sovereign Okinec. We're going to finish it off with the Clay Champion. Fantastic mythic rare right here. 4-drop. Great little Selesnya artifact right here. Clay Champion enters battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it. For each 2 green that you cast to spell it, and for each 2 white that you spend on it, put a 1/1 counter on 2 different creatures. So if you pay 2 green, 2 white, you get 3 tokens on him, and then each other a creature on 2 other creatures for each 2 white you spend. I know it's getting complex here, guys. Stay with me. Each one of those gets 1/1. And again, if we have something like the Ozlith out, things get even bigger. And if we have things like Botanical Brawler, he comes in with counters. Botanical Brawler gets bigger. Then he potentially gives 2 other creatures +1/+1. Botanical Brawler gets bigger each time each one of those gives up for the first time. It is very, very combo-y. Once you get to the 4 drops, once you get to turn 4, turn 5, you should be decked out with big hitting Selesnya creatures. 8 plains, 5 forests, 3 brushlands, overgrown forest, Rage of Earth's Thicket. I'm throwing in a Restless Prairie. It's not bad. It's a nice attacker on turn 5. It's a nice manland. It enters tapped. Whenever it attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+1 in the end of turn. It turns into a llama and attacks. So that's pretty funny right there. We already talked about our sideboard. Creatures, 24. 9 humans, 10 warriors. Kind of a secret human warrior. 8 cats. Human, cat, warrior deck. A little bit of everything else. 10 instants, 6 artifacts. Decent amount of artifacts. 23 lands altogether with a 2.3 average. A little bit more white than green. That's what we're talking about right there. It is a standard deck, Selesnya. Here it is on the sideways view. That's what it looks like. Again, potentially what you might have put in the sideboard. I know people are going to say, why not this one? Why not that one? I don't know why. I prefer it like this. It's been working well for me like this. So, hey, that's what I'm going to do. Kutzil's flanker, potentially you might want more of him. Any one more of these would be fine, but overall it works pretty good, gets the job done. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Do you like this one? Do you hate this one? Are you excited for the cats deck? Are you going to make a little cat face in the comments? If you make a little cat face in the comments, I will heart the comment that you left. Oh, we were playing Boros here, so let's get into the game here with Selesnya. I said, hey, hey, you, feed the machine. Bring them all back down to their knees. No time to waste. Ain't gonna be, remind the slaves, they ain't gonna make it out alive today. I said, hey, hey, you, feed the machine. Bring them all back down to their knees. Okay. Not too bad, I guess. All said and done here. Alright, we should have good connection tonight. I tried to do what I do. We should have a pretty smooth, supple connection tonight. If he does enchantments, oh, fucking hell. Okay, well. Selesnya, I mean, that's the question. Why not play enchantments when it has everything you could want in a deck, ever, a million thousand years? Galax, Guided by Fate. Of course, I'm not drawing any of my enchantment removal. Why would I? You have to kill this right away. You have to kill this so fast and so aggressively. Let's do this. I don't know why you swung that in. I don't know what he thought was gonna happen there. Okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go in, pop, pop. Draw a card, Botanical Brawler. He didn't draw very much removal. Might be to his detriment, I don't know. Alright, Razor Verge Thicket. We put down Shattered Spire. In Restless Dreams I Walk Alone. Shadowed Streets of Cobblestone. Okay, he's gonna take that. Don't bring that out of the day. I said, hey, hey, you, feed the machine. Okay. He can swing, but he's gonna have to get some removal. He needs to sacrifice and draw a card. No, I don't think that's gonna be it, man. Whoa, my goodness, Selesnya versus Selesnya, and he goes down. I'm honestly shocked, bro. Color me shocked right there. Usually that is a very hard deck to beat. 0 removal, I got him out. I just overloaded him, which is pretty shocking. Okay. Not horrible. At least we have 3 mana, you know what I mean? Hopeful Initiate. Boom. Talia, Guardian of Throbbing. Because it is throbbing. Boom, boom. No attacks. Elias Ilcor, double damage right there. Bum, 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 bum. Shork. 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 You're spamming Shork in the chat, Silent. I can't believe you didn't hear me get in and out of bed twice. Wait, not twice. Yeah, I got back in and went back to sleep and then got out again. And you didn't hear any of that. That's pretty shocking. Yeah. You were talking in your sleep. I grabbed your hand. You grabbed my hand again. Put my hand back in here. Your hand was sitting out. Yeah, you were done. You were cooked today, man. Tell you what. You were absolutely fucking cooked. Fuck it. Let's do it. Do. Absolutely fucking cooked. I said, hey, you feed the machine. Oh, he got his third mana. I'm in for it now. He got his third fucking mana. I'm in trouble now. Bum 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 bum. Okay, guys, gift. Ooh. Okay. He's out of there. The Hell 9000 is out of there. He didn't have it. I was actually going to punish him if he tried to block. I was going to use that one. Boom. Look at that. Shark. You should quit your job and cuddle sharks. No. You gotta make chat dead. Yeah, it's a quiet night tonight. I got started way too late. I wasn't feeling great. Believe it or not, I wasn't feeling great. I had a pretty pounding headache when I left. And tried to lay down and relax a little bit. And mulligan this, no green. So I'm a little late to start. So we've only been going for 20 minutes, and it's later than my usual time. So a lot of people might have. You're playing your Quintus deck and hanging out in the VC. I'm gonna close that VC until you get all you fucking get in here. I made a cat pun with my deck name, and Cookies isn't even here to appreciate it. I'm not even gonna close it. I'm gonna leave it open and just spam fucking like Ram Ranch in there. And you can talk over that, fuckers. Look, I named my Selesnya deck Selesnyan. because it has cats in it. I'm underappreciated in my time. I don't think you can mute me. I'm the server admin. I don't think that's a possibility, homie. Oh yeah, they do it. I'll go in there. I'll be like, man, Chad dead tonight, and I go in there. There's like 20 of them in there hanging out, having drinks, having cocktails and shit. And I'm like, the fuck. Alright, he's trying to ramp to something here. But we have kill cards and we have protection cards, which is pretty good. This is Wall of Fire too, so he's gonna probably kill something. Let's be honest. No, he's gonna do Asha Palma, Thousand Moons, whatever. Okay. Thousandth Moon. That's not easy to pronounce. It's Animpakal. Thousandth Moon, not Thousand Moon. We will take a white card right here. Now, if you'll meet me in the parlor, we'll be having white cake. Creating versus Prairie attacks. Okay. Let's do this. Boom. There we go. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. We had another one ask Buggyman, hey, what's that song you're always singing in chat? What is that? Where can I download that one, man? Where can I get that track, man? It's a hot track. I'm like, it's not a track. It's literally me introducing one of my regular chatters named Buggyman, Buggyman, Buggyman. People think it's a real song. It's not a real song. Well, I mean, I guess at this point it is. If you sing something long enough, I guess it is a real song. I hope I get not a mana here. Well, if I get a mana, I can attack with the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie. Restless Prairie. He's gonna take it. Is he gonna take it? Bop, bop, bop. Alright, fantastico. Recorded as a single. Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. I gotta hire like a God's Unwanted Child subscribe for 2 months. Hey, let's get it. Twitch it. What is he gonna do here? He's got nothing. Okay, got absolutely fucking nothing. He's got Anointed Peacekeeper. He's gonna take that out of the graveyard. To activate 2/8 God's Unwanted Child. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Also a Night Villain, by the way. God's Unwanted Child is a Night Villain. Vlad the Stoner, how you doing? 666. Because if you're 555, then I'm 666. Don't want to be a heretic. You can draw a card here. Maybe you can draw a card. Yeah, you can draw one. There you go. And then he can scoop. Overgrown farmland. Go land. Land punch. So I finally met. Oh, look at that. He's done. Land punch done. And we passed the Wall of Fire into Diamond 3. Solid diamond. Nice. So I finally met 2 decks that use those extra life drain bats. The Mirkwood. I really got to get on top of that Mirkwood bat. There's possibility of a bat tribal. You know, there's some stuff going on there. We could do an alchemy bat. Alchemy's coming up pretty fast too, so bat tribal is something that may come up. I don't know. We have those cave bats. Were you playing alchemy? Bone bag. Kitty bone bag. Alright. Alright. Razor Verge. That's white. Boom. Boom. Hey, what's up, Zaverts? Ambitious farmhand. Boom. Boom. I gave you a lot of rubs. You were asleep. Boof. Buff. Boof. Buff. Buff. We swing in. Boof. Alright, there we go. How you been doing, Zaverits? What myth? You get mythic number 2 or some shit like that? Or you take the crown and you're all the way mythic 1? Which one is it? Has he got another removal in there? He wants to jack off on that? Yeah, take that. Resolute reinforcements. That's good for you, bro. Let's go for it. Well, I think you fell asleep while I was doing it. Double block. Buff, buff, boom, boom. Draw a card here. Put that on there, that on there, that on there. Botanical Brawler, very cool. Just got slapped with 5 adds equal to 5 land draws. Sorry about that. Wandering Emperor. Probably gonna knock that out pretty bad. Okay. Overgrown farmland. Boom. Boom. Still drawing a lot of land here. I mean, 12, I drew 50%, which is pretty wild. Elspeth Resplendent, okay. Hopefully he'll put the 1/1 counter on the top 7 cards. Has it? Ooh. Alright. Please don't be a mana. You gotta go. Sorry. It's a fucking mana. It's a fucking mana. It's a fucking mana. Fucking hell, dude. What is the problem here, man? I took a mana out and I still fucking flood. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Ah, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Well, watch it be a mana again. Oh no, it's a Born Warden at the very least. I can't win games with 50% mana draw, guys. I'm sorry. It frustrates me to no end. 50% mana draw. 14 cards, 7 mana. It's 1/3, so that should pretty much tell you where everything is on that. creates 4 of them. We do this. I mean, 3 more cards probably would have helped instead of 3 different manas. 3 more of any card would probably help right there. But I don't understand 50% plus mana draws on a deck that has that little of mana in it. Don't really get it. Especially multiple times in a row. Say what happened one game, happened the second game, so not sure what to do about that. Draw better. There you go. Draw better is the idea, yeah. Hey, I'm not saying the shuffler's broken. I'm showing you what the shuffler is doing. I mean, you can decide for yourself whether or not the shuffler is broken. You can decide for yourself whether or not the shuffler. I'm just showing you literally what is happening in front of me. That's, you can watch it happen in real life, what's happening. So you can take that however any way you want to take it. Oh, Candy Trail. Boom. Boom. Land right here. Razor Verge Thicket. Bond Warden. Hit. Boom. Hey, what's up, Mortlock? Mortlock, where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a little while. Here comes Enthusiastic Mechonaut. Let's get rid of that. We don't fucking need him around. Boof, boof, boof. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is very good. I do want to play it at some point. Get lost. No thanks. There's another land for you right there. And then we'll hit him with the 1-drop. And he's out of there. Did you play the Dark Urge? The Dark Urge? I know, the amount of content stuffed in that fucking game is ridiculous. There's so much stuff in that game. SM2? Did you mean SMH? 2 or more. Unless you control 2 or more. The land is not great there. That's... Oh, wow, that's bad. Alright. Oh, that's bad. Bad hand into a bad hand. And we're repeating ourselves now. Still gonna lose to SM2. Oh, Spider-Man 2. Oh, okay. Watley. Poet of Unity. Let's do that. There we go. No attacks. Big dinosaur, maybe? Zendikar. Okay, he's ramping. He's ramping, boys. Ramping good like here. Botanical Brawler. There we go. Bop, bop, bop. Draw a card. It's Clay Glamour. He may put down like an Atali, but I don't think he's going to help. I don't think it's going to help. Oof. Sonar Sayon? A board wipe is what your answer to this is. Board wipe is going to be the answer here, Bob. Watley, he can flip it, but I don't think that's even going to matter that much. Yeah. 2 green dinosaurs. No, that ain't really even gonna help that much, man. 'Cause I can do this. Whoop. Yep. You know what? I ignore evil options in videograms too, man. I don't enjoy it. I get no thrill from like seeing an NPC go, "Oh, why did you destroy all of my stuff? Why did you burn my crops? Oh, well, God, this is a nightmare." Like, I don't, like, why is that enjoyable? I don't like to see people suffer in real life. Yeah, I rarely do evil playthroughs. I may do asshole playthroughs, but, like, I don't need to see a digital facsimile of somebody's pain. I work in social work. I see enough human suffering on a daily basis. I like to do good things. Good night, Silent Snow. Well, stealing is another thing. I mean, they do messed up stuff with stealing sometimes. They'll be like, "Oh, this place." Where's that one thing what was that one game that you could functionally steal and rip people off so bad that stores would close and they just never open again? They get boarded up. And when you did that, you'd be like, "Oh, that's kind of fucked up." Yeah, there's certain ones that make you feel bad for stealing. Bethesda game, not so much. I'll steal in a Bethesda game all day. We can do that. We can do that, no problem. Yeah, Hopeless Nightmare. Let's get rid of. Let's do that. Get rid of that. Let's do that. Okay, and we can do Sovereign. You know, it does draw me in a little bit with NPCs. I'm pretty NPC'd out. I don't care that much about NPCs anymore that much. I talk to them a little bit, but I'm not like super invested. Even in well-written situations where we have something like a Red Dead Redemption, I don't really care that much. So, I don't know. They got to be really, really, really compelling, I guess. For me to be like, "Oh, yeah." Yeah, I mean, I like it, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten more into, give me raw gameplay. I need raw gameplay. I know you've written lots of great characters here. And I like the tactical combat. Like, that's an enjoyable part of it for me. But, please make the gameplay really sharp. That's what's gonna get me going. He's out of there. I like my team. Listen, I'm never like, "Oh, these guys are assholes. I want to punish them. But I've just, like I said, I've gotten older. I have limited time for the amount of games. There's so many games I want to play. Like, get me right to the action, man. You know what I mean? Managing inventory, talking to party members. Although Starfield did actually manage, there was a side quest that got really deep into characters and you had to make some bad decisions. And things, I was fucked up after that one. Because that one really plunged you into it. Where basically there's no good choices. There's bad choices everywhere and you gotta play through it. And it's gonna be for the rest of the game. Ooh, bad opener. Believe it or not, I don't believe the hype that Starfield's a piece of shit, by the way. That is completely... That's total fucking cap. That's just... People just hating on it to hate on it. It's really absurd. It's not even the main quest line. There's a really long side quest line that you can do that at the end of it, you're like, fuck, man. That... No. Everyone's like, you're a hero, and you're like, no... No, I'm not. No, not really. My champion. Boom. Swing. Boom. Alright. Aku. More discard. Lord Skitterbeam. Skitterbeam. He's gonna swing. Land. Wonderful. Boom. Play champion. Boom, pop. Swing. Pop. Hero's Downfall. Very good. Who's he going to grab there? Is he going to swing in? I bet he's going to double swing. Thinking, yeah, I'm safe from a counterattack. I'm very safe from a counterattack. You know what? Do it again. Oops, I did it again. Wabango. Dandon on wheels. What's up, man? Dandon wheels. Sheldrussi. The Apocalypse. Boom. Bop. You should swing in again. You should throw it all at me. Yeah, there you go, man. That's good stuff. Good idea. Botanical Brawler. Put down an Ozolith. Put down a Botanical Brawler. Swing in for 8. Got to block with the Sheldrussi. Bop. Well, if he's got a removal, he's got it. If he's got a kill card, he got the kill card. He's going to sacrifice Scry 2. I don't know if Scrying's going to help. He's got to actually get the kill card out. Nope. He does not. Botanical Brawlers are all going to bounce off each other right there. Tramplers doing work. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Big punches. Big heavy body blows right there, man. Bum, bum, bum. That's what we want to see. Flying up rank right there, almost at Diamond 2. Look at that. You'd love to see it. I'd be happy with Diamond 2. It means I want to go back that far and go back to Plat. All right, there we go. Good stuff. Pretty good run all around, I'd have to say. All around, pretty solid hits on board right there. Nyan. Cat. Nyan. Let me export right there. I think we can squeeze in one more. We've been having a quick session here. Vlad the Stoner. Yeah, I mean, overall, I knew it could work, man. I knew the deck was a good deck. I knew it could get there one day. Because I'm really turning it around from... Ooh. That kind of sucks. That's not a great opener, but I'm going to try it. Asian name. Bump. Overgrown farmland. So let's do Ozolith first. Just for funsies. Let's put it on the table just to show we mean business here. Let's just do that. Overgrown farmland. Aspirant. If he counterspells this, I'm scooping. Okay. He didn't counterspell. It's probably could be Azorius Knights? Crown of Winter. Interesting. Tap target creature. Your turn. Cost 1 less during your turn. He can't do it. Oh, cost 1. Oh, it's free. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do Sovereign of Okinec. Boom. Bop. So you got a destruction right there. It's Ward 2, which is going to eat up a lot of his resources. Bitter Chill. Boom. Boom. I actually have a way out of that, believe it or not. Pop. Okay, we do that. We do destroy target enchantment. Put more counters on him. Hit. Hit for... Oh, big hits right there. Alright. Sovereign Okinec. Ah, wow. Teferi, who slows the game. Fantastic. We love to see him. Not really. Dun, 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 dun. He's going to untap things. I've wanted to make this kind of Azorius deck. I didn't think it was that great, which is why I never really made it. He's going to do it. Tap. Hit. Boom. Bop. Pop. Very nice. Alright. What else has he got? Has he got a board wipe? Because that'll do it. Look at the top 3 cards. Put one of them in your hand. If this is just about tapping me out and not board wiping... I mean, I know why people are addicted to board wipes, man. I do. I really do. It's because they win you games, you know? When all else fails. You know, they really do win you games sometimes. So, what's gonna happen here? He's just gonna lose? Yeah. 14, negative 14. Cats pull it off once more. There you go, folks. Pretty slick. I was thinking about the double stats and Phyrexian in this one. It seems like it's too extra. Double stats? I don't know what you mean by that. All right, guys, we're going to leave this one right here. We did pretty good with this one, to be honest, guys. Really honed down those cats to be super effective, man. These cats, man. I don't mean that in the jazz way. I mean literally most of the deck is cats. About 50% actually. Cat 8. Well, not that many, but enough. Enough to make a cat difference of cat decks of cat. So yeah. Really good. Surprisingly good showing. It was struggling the other night. We got it kind of through the hurdles, and we kind of upgraded it and got it to the point where it can really go effect. I mean, you saw it's going up diamond like nobody's business. We're almost at diamond 2. So overall, pretty solid. Hope you enjoyed this one. I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.